Hi butterflies, welcome to my garden. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And now let's get into the video. Hi everyone, it's your girl Calypso and I'm back again. I'm back again, I'm back again, I'm back again, I'm back again, I'm back again. I'm sorry if that might be annoying to some, but I'm just, yeah, I love it. It just sounds very uplift and very happy and upbeat and perky, and I like it. Anyway, so today I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on the non-binary talk. So I'm just gonna call it a non-binary talk moment, if you may. So first of all, and by the way, all opinions in this video is just my opinions. Exactly, they're solely my opinions, and you can agree to disagree. It doesn't have to be taken as exclusive facts, as a hardcore truth. I could be wrong, and I'm always open to be corrected, but I actually read before I speak. So most of the opinions expressed in this video is mine. So I just want to give that disclaimer first. So first of all, what is non-binary? Now, a non-binary person is someone that doesn't identify with the sex that's assigned at birth. So I think this is where they fall under the trans umbrella. However, this person also has a gender identity that cannot be categorized exclusively. The key word here is exclusively as male or female. So this is where the confusion sometimes kicks in from other people, like, oh, this person doesn't identify as neither one or the other, so they go by they them pronouns. So let me just put that there. That's just a basic definition according to my understanding as well. Because again, I'm always willing to learn. I'm always open to learning new things and learning about the world and different people and their experiences. So I'm just here to share my opinions based on the things that I've learned so far. Okay, they've existed in several cultures, like dating back to prehistoric cultures, like the Native American cultures and indigenous cultures. They have always been figures and prehistorical figures who were non-binary, and they were almost seen as having a divine status and as deities, and they were almost seen like gods and goddesses among men and women, among humans. But they were held in such high esteem, and I say that to say that they've existed. So it's not necessarily a new thing. It's just lately it's gaining momentum again. Although it's existed since forever, it's just gaining another fresh momentum and proper representation and proper education to the rest of the society, so that way we can be aware and be a little bit more accommodating of these individuals. But they've existed. If you look in your history books, if you look at pre-religion, pre-Abrahamic religion, they've existed in Native American cultures, in Aboriginal cultures, and indigenous cultures around the world. They've existed where there was a two-spirited individual who was held as in high esteem among the society. They've existed. Now, however, I do feel like the rise in the non-binary movement, it has in a way conflicted the perception of binary trans identities, like trans masculine men and trans masculine and trans feminine women as well, in a way where now someone who's trying to be politically correct, and they probably mean well, but they would refer to someone like me who's trans feminine, obviously trans feminine, as they and them. No sir, my pronouns are she and her, because I identify more with the binary identity, where I'm just a trans feminine woman. So that's where I feel like there's a bit of a conflict, because the rise in the binary movement has kind of conflicted that perception in a way. Just something that I've observed and noticed as well. So we all fall into the section of the gender umbrella within the LGBTIQ or QIA, and however, non-binary folks with I feel like they shouldn't be confused as the end all be all of all trans identities, you know. So this is where it's okay to ask somebody what their preferred pronouns are. Like I go by she and her, but for the non-binary folks, most of them go with they them pronouns unless told otherwise, you know. And one thing that I've also noticed is I've noticed that a lot of the non-binary people, they're quite sensitive about pronouns and labels. Like the ones that I've come across, they're quite sensitive about it, and often they take that banner of being the SJWs, they take that banner quite seriously. And these are my thoughts. You know, this is just my opinion. This is just something that I've noticed. Like they're quite sensitive, and they're easily offended by people who misgender them, and they're most likely gonna be the SJWs, and they're most likely gonna be like the gender police, or give you a whole lecture of what gender is and how they feel offended by your perception of them. And because someone who's so non-binary, that's like a two-spirited person, right? So that's somebody who's neither this nor that, but in most cases they identify as having like a dual identity, like they have their two-spirited individuals, you know. It's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna draw a comparison between someone who's non-binary and someone who's biracial, for example, because it all has to do with like a multi-identity in one person. So someone who's biracial or multiracial, that's somebody who's more than one race, who descends from people of different races. For example, I'm going to draw a comparison, right? Hear me out. I have a point, I promise. So when you look at someone like, it's kind of like I said, this is why I draw the comparison. Someone like Barack Obama, for example, he's mixed race or biracial. Now, if he was driving down the highway and he got pulled over by the police, or whoever, when they see the dark skin, the nose, the hair texture, all they're gonna see is a black man, and therefore he would be treated accordingly if he wasn't famous, you know. Another example, someone like Shamar Moore, you know. The guy from Criminal Minds, Shamar Moore, if he was driving down the highway again and he got pulled over by the police or whoever, and he wasn't famous, when you look at him, all you're gonna see is sexy. Oof. Where was I? Yeah. Oh God, I've lost my train of thought. That man is fine. Anyway, so when you look past that, you know, all you're gonna see when you see the brown skin, when you see the brown skin and, you know, his features, all you're gonna see is a black man, and he will be treated accordingly. Now, someone like Halsey, the singer Halsey, and someone like the model Jasmine Saunders, you know, those two are also biracial, but however, they pass as white. So therefore, when you see them again driving down the highway and they get pulled over, all you're gonna see, they look like white girls. They pass as white. So therefore, they will be treated accordingly to how they visually appear. So I say that to say that sometimes when you see someone who's binary and who's non-binary rather, when you see somebody who's non-binary, sometimes you don't mean to misgender this person. You're just going by how they're visually presented as well. And sometimes you just go according to what you see, you know. But however, I would say that they do have a good representation in pop culture. See what I did there? They do have a good representation in pop culture. Like, for example, we have people like Jonathan, what's his name? I wrote down his name. Jonathan Van Ness. I don't know if I'm saying his name properly. The guy from Queer Eye. Jonathan Van Ness. And then there's one of the shows that I actually enjoyed. I should catch up on that show. I haven't seen it in a long time. It's called Billions. And their name, sorry. Their name is Asia Kate Dillian. You know, now this person identifies as non-binary. Now they are a good representation or a good visual representation in pop culture and in the media of someone who's non-binary. Same thing with Jonathan Van Ness. They are a good representation. Now, one of the most popular ones way back before the movement even started was Tilda Swinton. Although this Tilda Swinton from Doctor Strange, Chronicles of Narnia, and Constantine. That was the first time that I really noticed this person. Although this person goes by she and her pronouns. Although the binary community has the non-binary community, sorry, has claimed her as one of theirs. And she's a very good visual representation of someone who's non-binary. And I think she has been around long before the movement even got a lot of steam, you know. So that's a noteworthy person. And piggybacking off of my previous comparison with multiracial personalities, it's okay to be in tune with it's okay to be in tune with how the rest of the world might see or perceive you in terms of your physicality and your primary gender representation. Does that make any sense? Oh God, I swear talking gender sometimes can be, I'm just trying to pick my words carefully because the last thing I want to do is offend anyone. And oh God, it's such a complicated subject, I swear. I say that to say in conclusion because I don't want to make this too long because this is something that I'm still learning about every day. I'm still trying to grasp. But so this is just me giving my 2 cents on the whole movement as a whole because they also fall under the trans umbrella. So I feel like in a way they're my brothers and sisters. You know, they are also my sibling, I guess. And we are all sacred, you know. All bodies are sacred and ours are sacred too. So in conclusion, I just feel like, you know, you should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of your gender identity. You should be proud of your identity, you know, but also try not to be so offended all the time because you can easily read someone's energy. You can easily tell if someone is genuinely naive or is genuinely unaware of your gender identity or your presentation. Sometimes some people are just obtuse and oblivious to it. So you don't have to take offense to every single person who might address you with the wrong pronouns. So I think you should be proud of yourself and willing to calmly correct people like that. You know, not everyone is intentionally trying to offend anyone. I definitely am not intentionally trying to offend anyone, although there might be 1 or 2 people who get offended by this and I can help that. But yeah, those are just my 2 cents on that. So in conclusion, you know, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to correct people who may be ignorant or may be oblivious to your journey. I've said that already, but yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. So thanks for watching me ramble and run my mouth yet again, and be kind to one another, protect your energy and spread love, and yeah, keep the peace. Bye, smooches. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye, everyone.